What is up, visuals, and welcome back to the squeaky chair edition of the Visual Guys podcast, another solo one. Now, before we get into it, Chris is coming back, don't you worry, visuals, he's not deed or out. He's just a very busy boy, finding a new house, and getting a new house, and moving stuff, and being an adult. So hopefully this episode and the next episode, you can probably hear me rustling on Maltesers as well, visuals. I'm being very fat. You're just going to have me, but he should be back next week as long as he's all settled in and life's stopped being fucking life for him and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it is time for the penultimate episode of Miss Marvel spoiler-heavy review. That's right, we just had episode 5. And it was a really cool episode. It was a great episode. Maybe my favourite one. I don't know what it was. I love the whole flashback, going back to India and all that crack and whatever was going on down there and stuff, and exploring a bit more of Kamala's ancestry. But then we get to the nitty and gritty and the heavy, and then how we ended with Bruno and everything. And oh my god, it was a really cool episode. So we have another Malteser visuals. I'm sorry, I'm fat. All right, but on the other hand of that, I quite literally have like 2, I guess, important notes. The rest of it, I didn't notice much in this episode. I don't know if it's because it was the flashbacky stuff, or if it was the fact that I'm not the biggest knowledgeable person on Kamala Khan and Miss Marvel. I don't know what it was, but we only have 3 notes. And one of the notes is the partition. Yeah, I'm not going to dive too much into the partition, what it is and that, because I'm going to be brutally honest. I know about it and I know bits about it. I couldn't explain every last detail about that part of human history. And I don't want to get loads of stuff wrong and butcher it all and say this was this and that was that, when I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. Was it who somebody said, it was like Einstein or somebody, if you can't explain something simply, you can't explain it at all. And that's me right now with the whole partition stuff. But we do know, and we can talk about the fact that that was the main focus point in what was happening in that area at that time, for Kamala's ancestor. I can't remember the fucking name now. And what was going down for her and whatnot. Alright, doggy, calm down. That's what was going down at that time. Just quickly let the dog out. So yeah, that was the biggest focus point of this episode. But I'll just do the 2 notes now quickly, then we'll break down the episode. We get a nice little look at her future logo, because we see her necklace is snapped and it's like the pendant at the end is all like damaged and whatnot, and it resembles the Miss Marvel that we've all come to know and love. So obviously that's going to be the inspiration behind her outfit, or her logo on her outfit. And then I've also got Cameron's powers. We know after the veil was closed, we know that all that Nor like energy shot across the planet, of course giving him his powers. And his powers, from what I can tell so far, even though we only had a limited look at his powers, they are very comic book accurate, with it being the colour of what they are and stuff. So we're not too far away from having him established potentially as well in Miss Marvel. But yeah, this is the 5th episode. We're getting ready for the last one. It was a nice little way to tie up, everything that Kamala needed to know about her past, and well, not everything, but big parts about her past and who she is and where she comes from, and the ancestral line. Obviously, we know that her and as well as Cameron, they're obviously in humans usually. That's not going to be explained this way, I don't think. Or by the looks of it, I don't think it can be now. But sorry, I've got some football goals in the background. I've just distracted myself. Great podcast. Carry on listening, guys, because we're just idiots here. But yeah, so we know what's going to be happening there. And so Kamala cleared up all of her stuff and, a couple of things that she needs to know and whatnot. And then we get literally straight back to the present. Kamala finishes her chase. Her mother knows what's going down. It kind of looks like she's happy a bit about she's the sparkly girl, the glowing girl. And then we get to Bruno, who's helping Mr. Cameron chill and hide and sort of try and keep him safe. But then the damage of Department Control rock up with one of the drones. It gets hit by him, and then it blows out the corner shop, whatever the fuck you call it. And then that's where we are. So we know that Kamala's going to have to come back and try and help them, because Department of Damage Control going to see him as a threat because obviously he escaped with his family from their custody. Then took down a drone. What they're going to go for all-out war against them? What's going to happen? We don't know yet. And I can't wait to see how the fight ends up. And I can't wait to see the pictures we've been getting this whole time of Kamala sat on the lamppost. I just want to see that. I think this is so great. We know the costume's coming along nicely. And we know the logo's going to be established, and she should be more familiar with her powers and being able to use them a bit better without having to, sort of practice her way through everything. But it was a really cool episode. It continues to have a lot of heart and a lot of fun. Even though this episode was a bit more serious because we were back in the past, and the conversation about being Muslim and where you're from, you're India and Pakistan, blah blah blah, the British involvements and all that stuff. So it was a little bit more serious, but it was this whole genuine, real life political thing that happened. Whilst there's somebody from the Nor dimension hiding out and starting a family, and then thus forward going to be Kamala's family and stuff. So yeah, definitely for me the best episode because it got very nitty and gritty and it made Miss Marvel serious for a little bit. But to be fair though, I can't wait till it goes back to the silly and goofy and child and coming of age sort of story. I like them stories. But yeah, so my notes aren't very very long visuals. I do apologise for that. And thus for how long we've been literally I've been rambling for 6 minutes. How do we think the episode's going to close out? Is anybody going to make a big appearance? I don't know. We didn't get a cutscene at the end of this one. We had a cutscene at the first episode, and obviously there'll be a cutscene at the very last one. I assume the cutscene will be her getting in touch with maybe one of the Marvels or Fury or something like this, or maybe Monica Rambeau comes and sees her or some shit. Um, but yeah, Miss Marvel episode 5. It's still great. Like I said, it's not the amazing. It's not a show that it doesn't going to blow you away. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still fun. It's got a lot of charm. It's got a lot of character, and it's got a lot of love and life into it. And I really appreciate that. Plus, I've literally at the time of recording, I've just gone to my second viewing of Thor: Love and Thunder, and that's still on my head. That's still beautiful. I'm about to record the spoiler heavy review for that. But visuals, I'm sorry that this is short, but in my time frame of what I've got going on, it's just me and whatnot. I think this is probably safe to just end out here. But a short little 7-8 minute podcast. Miss Marvel episode 5, great. We saw some history. We saw some history of Kamala. We saw Kamala go back and interact with her ancestors. We then see Kamala come to the present. Her mother's sort of well, she's aware of it now, and she kind of looks like she's fine with Kamala being who she is. And then we get the big explosion with the drone, and then away we go. And Cameron's powers, and away we go. That's it. It literally didn't fucking hell, then show a hell of a lot, or it furthered us along quite a bit, but it also felt like it halted us somewhat. But now, the last episode, we're going to snap back to reality, get back to New Jersey City, or City of Jersey, whatever the fuck it's called, and see where we go from there. But visuals, that was the Miss Marvel episode 5 spoiler heavy review. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode, and hopefully you enjoyed this very short Malteser interrupted podcast. And you can let me know in the comments below anything you want to let me know about Maltesers, because they are beautiful. Visuals, thanks for watching. You guys are the best of all. Keep it new and keep on, keep it on.